use one of our agents in Cincy, but she's not. It's that darn like you got to text the code and.
Yeah, we got my phone. My office account isn't building.
Oh, help if I spell your name right.
That's all.
Your password?
So it's with the uppercase G 3 times, lowercase g 3 times, and then I think it's shift 7 3 times, and then 777.
Nice.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Verification code 063712.
Recording in progress.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay. My email so I can get the link.
Good morning, everyone. Going to give it just one more minute, and then we will get started. We're going to talk about MoxiWorks. All right, let's get started. You guys are here and on time. So we're going to kind of do this as an overview session of MoxiWorks, but of course, if you guys have any questions at all, we can go over that. But I'm gonna cover all 4 sections, maybe 10 minutes apiece. If you guys want anything more in one of the sections, of course you can let me know. But logging into Leverage, we can go to Agent Tools. So there's a few places to find this: Tools and Resources or Agent Tools. And I'm going to just, there's Tools and Resources, MoxiWorks, or Agent Tools, scroll down, MoxiWorks. We'll just go in this way. We're going to log into MoxiWorks. And you will see this just brings up your dashboard. So if you've, so I'm using Jim's account. If you guys, see anything in this dashboard, so, this is your, emails and phone number, you can get up in the upper right-hand corner, your account. If there's anything that's off here, you just got to let us know. But this is your home dashboard. You can click around here. You can't break the platform. So, check it out, click around, make sure everything looks good. The 4 sections we're going to talk about are Present, Engage, and of course, My Website, and then Impress. So there's 4 main sections to MoxiWorks. And I'm going to start with Impress. So what Impress is it's a marketing suite. So the entire MoxiWorks platform is connected to the MLS. So every section is, if I am getting some feedback here, so let's just figure that out. Okay. So every section, every piece of the platform is connected to the MLS. So anything you are doing, just know that it's going to the MLS. So if you have a listing, it's going to the MLS and it'll grab it. If you're, doing anything with a client, it's going to the MLS and grab it. So this Moxie Impress is all about marketing. So you can see, I just, of course, clicked on Impress, brochures, e-cards, flyers, postcards, social media. So it's completely designed to make everything easier for you. So, so instead of clicking on each one of these, I'm going to just I'll just go right to the social media. So, again, if you have a listing, the listing would be waiting here for you to just grab, hey, here's the address, here's the picture, here's a little description, here's the price, and quick create a social media post. So you'll see the first ones that come up are Instagram, and there's also Facebook. So, price improvement, just sold, just listed. So, and there's 7 pages of these. So if I do click on it, there are even some generic ones. So Memorial Day, happy Cinco de Mayo. So, even some posts that are just ready for you to grab and throw out on your pages. But I'm going to kind of go back to the the property ones. So they are designed, ready for you to go. So coming soon. So let's just click on under contract. And I'm going to select it. So this is, you always kind of have to, I'm going to just do a test. So this is, if I had a listing, it would actually be waiting here for me to use. So I don't have to do this, but the main idea with this is that this, I don't need to know how big it should be. I don't need to know what size it is for it to be on Instagram or Facebook. It is completely ready to go, with this design. I throw a picture in here, of course, the address and, just a very brief description about the property. And in a few clicks, it is ready to be posted on social. Back up and just kind of show you guys the other. So same thing with brochures, lots of different options. So you can create this from scratch, or if you, like I said, if you do have that listing, you can, grab that one. So these are, sort of lots of different options, trifolds. And the kind of the neat thing about Impress is when you get done with the, with the flyer or the postcard or social media, you can actually, download it. If you're doing a brochure, you can download it and print it on your own. You can send it to a printer. So if you have a local printer, or there's a third-party platform called Express Docs, where you can actually design it and send it directly to them. And then they will, print it and mail it, or print it and mail it back to you. So again, just lots of options for us to kind of easily have some marketing pieces designed for us. Anybody using Impress to this point? Oh, Tracy, you created a flyer this morning. That's so cool. I love it.
I did, and I love this tool. It's not my first time using it, but we're at Don Fender, we're sending out monthly marketing things. So instead of ordering more postcards, I thought I would just create a flyer to send out.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Love it.
Me too.
Yeah, John, so this is in addition to the social tool. So kind of both do the same thing. So this John mentioned the social tool, which is another ERA tool in Leverage. So it honestly, it's kind of the same thing, but the social tool has been around for a long time, and MoxiWorks just came into our world recently. So if you just click on Impress and then social media, the ones that are sort of generic are in the back. So here are the ones that are generic. So yeah, it's you will find those in the social tool as well. Absolutely, John. Okay, so I'm going to actually come back to MoxiWorks. And again, this is your dashboard kind of, sometimes you'll go into a new window. So the one piece of the four Impress is actually even for MoxiWorks, a third party. So it will actually open up a new window. But so we are actually, let's do my website next. And please, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask or pause me, and I can go back over anything you need. So this is my website. So we currently and it is due to go away literally any day, but we currently have a platform called Zap that is powering our website. And we are making the switch, and I say we, ERA is making a switch to MoxiWorks. So this My Website tool is new, and we need to really just do a few things to make our website, just presentable enough so that folks won't see it and jump off. So this is the, sort of the page that you will always see when you click on My Website. And the idea behind it is you can easily update your website yourself. You don't need to wait for anyone to do it. You don't need to pay anyone to do it. You can just come in here and change your picture or your background picture or your biography, or, change your search. So lots of things that we can just do to kind of run our website. So I'm going to just show you one page and I'm going to show you a few things on that page that we absolutely need to do, to just kind of, again, make our website presentable. So folks that go to our website, if I share it, if they Google it and find me, they're looking for two things when they go to my website. That's it, just two things. They're looking to learn more about me. So you need a picture and you need a biography. And the second thing they're doing is looking for a house. And because, again, we are directly connected to the MLS, they'll be able to do, that, look for a house piece. So the main page that I'm going to show you guys is this second one. It says personalize your homepage. And of course, the blue go there. So if I click that, it's going to bring you to, your page, and you're able to update your website right here. So, may not seem like much, but you can do, you can choose which picture you have in the background. And there's a couple things to this. So Google, obviously Google loves when we change or update, or just anytime our website updates. So you can literally come in here, once a month, once a quarter, and change this background picture. Maybe it's by season. If you're, up north, we have seasons, so you can do it by season. You can just change it to whatever you want. Every time you do something to your website, Google recognizes a change and puts clout that it's not just a static website. Like, oh man, you did your website and never touched it again. And it's like, okay, well, they're going to realize that we'll just leave that one there. So if anytime you make changes, just realize that Google's like, oh, hey, there's a change to Jim's website. That's great. So just, very simple. Changing a background picture can be a huge bonus, not only for your customers and clients realizing, hey, look, it's not just a static website, but Google as well. And that, of course, a high quality picture, but the idea is upload or choose an image. So it says, so if I click that, I can actually just go to a library. So I don't really need to have high quality pictures. If I do, I can use my own. Of course, if you can use your community pictures, things in the community, that's a huge bonus. But here are some awesome pictures that are high quality and ready to go. So again, just an option. Just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. Show your simple text. So we'll look at Jim's website in just a second. But here's a heading. So if you want to change the first thing people see, you can do it right here. Highlight that, make it whatever you want. If you have a tagline, anything like that. This info again is, I sort of mentioned in the beginning in the dashboard, just making sure, all of that's correct, but that feeds in automatically. I'm going to scroll down through. And so here is your, what they call a welcome text. So this is your biography. So Jim's an agent with us, but he's also our one of our admins in our Cleveland office. So he's, kind of on both sides of it, but this is your chance for your bio. So this is going to be, if you have not, hopefully you've created a bio, but if you have not, super important for us to show, show the world, show anyone that finds our website, really any of our online profiles, who we are, why we're in real estate, how long we've been in real estate, what our passions are, that I like soccer, that I, like sports, that whatever, so it's a chance for us to kind of, put our word out there about who we are. So what I love about this piece right here is, you can see Jim, added our logo in there. So, you can add pictures, you can add a video, so here's, I'm going to hover over this far right. It says insert edit media. So it's not just, you typing stuff, which is fine. But the idea of adding a picture, adding a logo, if you have, if you do have a logo yourself, adding a video, those types of things. So super important that we copy and paste or write our bio into here. And that's a big piece of folks going to your website. So NAR says that over 70% of folks that meet me are going to Google my name. So, and when they Google my name, even if it's a referral, like, hey, you got to use Jim, he's a great agent, that about 70% of those folks are going to Google, hey, I'm going to check out Jim myself. So, and again, when they Google you and find places you are, whether it's your ERA website, whether you're on Zillow, whether you're on realtor.com, they are going to Google you and they're going to want to see more about you. So again, just can't stress how important this biography is. Scrolling down through here. So, the main piece with the website is I am not designing anything. I don't have to, we had some professionals that designed it for us and know exactly where things should be. I'm just tweaking this. So you will see the next section, featured properties module. This is a default on your website. It is on there. You don't have to do anything. But what you can do is, if you wanted to, you could change the heading there. So call it whatever. And then the next section you can change is if I hit this drop down below it. So my active listings, my sold listings, featured properties, my office listings. So you have you have a chance to tweak that if you want to. I suggest, unless you have multiple listings, and consistently have listings, I'm saying like a minimum of 4 to 5 listings consistently, I would not choose my active listings, because if you have one and or if you have 3 and you sell them all, and then you're like, okay, so I only have 1 now, that's all that's going to show up in this section of your website. So having my office listings, well, if you have 1 listing or 5, they will of course show up in your office listings. So totally up to you, but you can tweak that if you want to by moving this up. So my company's active listings, I like the idea of it because we are, like, hey, you may have someone that might want something in another city, but just realize that actually would include Ohio and Florida. So it's not just, we're not just in Cleveland and Columbus. We're not just in Cleveland and Cincinnati. We're in, all 3 of those plus Southwest Florida. So just kind of realize if you choose the company's active listings, that will include multiple states, including Kentucky and Indiana. So you'll see this is actually a bonus piece. So this, custom search module. So you have the ability to, in addition to my office listings, create a search that takes it a step further. And you'll see that Jim has Rocky River homes for sale. So our office is in Rocky River. So of course that's a great custom search. So what you can do is, of course, Southwest Florida, you might do Fort Myers Beach homes, or some high-end search. In Cincinnati you can do Indian Hill, or just something. So every city. So Jim chose Rocky River homes for sale. So, and again, I'll show you what that looks like. But so this is an additional piece. You can call it whatever you want. Hit create a custom search, and I'll just kind of show you what that looks like. So if I just, copy and paste a search into this, I'll be able to have, that search. And again, I'll show you what that looks like on Jim's website in a second. We do have a blog section. We have a links section, which I'll show you in a second. And then the end is a featured video. So, so just to kind of back this up for a second is when I pull up this page, there are just a couple things that I need to do. Is I want to adjust this background picture. I want to put my bio in here. And I want to add this custom search. And really, if I just got to that point, you can just say, hey, my website is updated, and just kind of go with it. So just kind of know that that's kind of where we are to get to the minimum. The huge bonus is the blog, the links, and of course, adding a video. So Google absolutely loves videos on website. So Google owns YouTube. So if you were to, take a video of yourself talking about the market, talking about a house, if you have a video of a home that you're listing, just think about adding that to your website. And again, kind of like when I was talking about the background picture, just changing your website, is huge in the Google world. Just think about. And again, this is something that I would do. I would put a note in my phone to remind me once a month, remind me, once every other month. All I would say would be change video on website. And then, and come in here and just switch videos. So, and again, that is huge in the Google world. We can actually get our website to start climbing the rankings. And making sure that we show up and are relevant in that world. So, so it's just an awesome opportunity for us to have a website. You can use it as a value prop if you're listing a property. Like, hey, I'm gonna, have your house as a featured video on my website for 2 weeks, or something like that. So again, kind of just a bonus. And before I show you what Jim's website looks like, I'm just going to kind of show you this links section. So you see it's manage links, reorder links. So I'm going to actually click this manage links. And what is this links? So it's just a chance for us to, and you'll see Jim has 6 of them. It's a chance for us to have some third-party websites that will link to our website. So, obviously Jim, is a warranty, a title, but then he went local. He went Cleveland Metro Parks, Rocky River Parks and Recreation. So that's just a huge piece for us to, to grab local pieces and make them part of our website, and thus making us local. So all you have to do is in the upper left, you'll see add new. I'm not going to save this one, but test, put the website in there. You can, just, put a description in there if you want. And literally on the right side, add link. So, I mean, this can be, local is huge. So what's going on in Rocky River, do a link to the Chamber of Commerce that shows the calendar of what's going on. Of course, any partners that we have, if you have a mortgage, the title, the home warranty, huge to add those things as well. In Florida, you can do, tide information or fishing information, or, whatever kind of makes you local, and you can add as many as you want. So, and again, they just show up on your website as, additional information, school information, anything like that. So not going to save that so it doesn't look goofy on Jim's website. So I'm going to just quick show you guys what Jim's website looks like now, and then kind of refresh like what we need to do. So we talked about the background picture. We talked about, you sort of having your tagline, but, Jim was find your dream home. Here is the search in the MLS. So again, directly connected to the MLS. So your people can go to your website and, and search anywhere they want. You'll see, of course, picture, contact info. Here's Jim's bio. And then we get to the featured properties, which we have chose the my office listings. So this is going to show this, and of course, scrolling through. Here you're going to see Jim's additional search, Rocky River Homes for Sale. And and when I say when I was talking about maybe Fort Myers Beach homes, things like that, look at just by adding this Rocky River Homes for Sale on Jim's website. Look, I mean, a $2.5 million house, a $2.1 million house. I mean, that makes it look like not only is Jim local, because he's advertising Rocky River Homes for Sale, but it almost looks like, yeah, I can show you this house. I can show you this house. So, so just adding that custom search can be huge. Scrolling down, here's the useful links. So of course, the extra links about being local in the home warranty and in mortgage and title. And that's, and really the only thing that Jim did was, made sure his info is correct, copy and pasted or typed his bio, left the featured properties as his office listings, and then added Rocky River. And again, the website is up and running. If he sent me to this website, I'd look at it, I'd go, wow, that's pretty professional. And by the way, I can search for a house. So that is Moxie, my website. Anybody have any questions on that? Hopefully that was just at least enough. And this is being recorded, so anybody can, I'll send it out. Anybody can, of course, rewatch it. But anybody have any questions on Moxie website? All right, I am going to just gotta get my menu to go away so that I can, there we go. Okay, so now we are back to the dashboard. So let's go into present now. So again, Moxie Present. This is one of my favorite tools of Moxie. This is the presentation tool. So just to kind of, show you what you can do is if I go up to the create new, light blue create new in the right, you can do 5 different presentations. So a seller presentation, a property review, buyer tour, buyer, and non-listing. So those are the 5 that you can create. And what you strongly suggest you do is hop in here and just test this out. You can play with it. Again, you're not going to break anything. Send one to yourself. Hey, what's it look like? So you're aware of what's going to get sent to your folks. And the reason I love this piece of the platform so much is every one of our markets, there are so many agents that, NAR says now that, every single person knows an average of 3 to 4 agents, and often more than that. So I cannot just assume that Tracy's going to use me as their agent. Like, I can't assume that because Tracy knows 5 other agents. So the idea with using a tool like Moxie all the way through from Impress to having the website to present is, how can I stand out? What can I do to stand out? I'm going to just show you the buyer tour, and I'm just going to talk about how we can stand out. So the buyer tour is designed to, hey, Tracy, we're going to look at 3 houses on Saturday. I'm going to, like, here are the 3 houses. So, if I'm a normal agent, I'm going to the MLS. I'm going to print out the MLS sheet for all 3 properties. Maybe I email them to her, maybe I print them out, and that's all I can do. Like, we're starting at 123 Main Street. Well, this buyer tour is designed to help you stand out. Here are the 3 properties we're seeing Saturday, but I'm gonna stand out and do it a little differently. So just kind of think of that as we're kind of going through this process. So I'm gonna just leave the default buyer tour. I do need to always label it. Of course, I would put, the client's name in here if I was doing a buyer tour. So it's going to the MLS right now. It's going to I could, do whatever picture I wanted here. I'm going to keep this simple, but it is grabbing info from the MLS as we speak. I'm going to try to get, I'm going to say we are looking, well, you know what, man. Oh, sorry. I'm going to just say we're looking here. Hopefully there are some homes for sale in that circle. Oh, and there are. So I just said, of course I could do zip code, I could do price, bed, if you want, any of these. So single family, condos, obviously you can break it down, but I just did a circle and said, well, that's kind of where we're looking. So the idea with it is there are 6 properties here for sale, 1 pending, a bunch pending, bunch sold. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to keep this simple. In the first 3 we want to look at. So if I hover over this Center Ridge Road, over the picture, you'll see a plus. So if I hover over it, I'm going to click that, and that. So those are the 3 that we are going to see on Saturday. And again, obviously, you would do this tailored to your folks. And when I hit continue, so you'll see tour order. So it put them in order. So we are starting here. We're going to number 2, and then we're going to number 3. So I can change the order, be like, oh, you know what? We're going to start with this one. So, well, we probably wouldn't do that, but we're 1, 2, 3, maybe they want to end up somewhere. Maybe we're, this is number 1's close to where we live, whatever. So I'm just going to save that order. So now, we have the 3 properties. So I'm going to hit continue. And so I just grabbed 3 properties and I have a buyer tour that is ready to be sent to my client. And again, just stressing that, I need to be a little bit different here. I'm gonna stand out in my client's eyes. So I didn't print 3 MLS sheets and just email them to them, or just say, hey, I'll bring them with me. So this is it. So I'm going to hit view. And this is what your client would get. They can open it up on their laptop, iPad, tablet, phone. This is what they're seeing. The day that they're, the morning, Saturday morning, they open it up. So here are the 3 properties, totally interactive. You'll see when I hover over all 3 properties, it's on the map, it's highlighting them. I can click on any one of these and get the full listing, all the pictures, all the info about it. Here's the map. So, oh yeah, okay. So we're starting at 1, they're going to 2 and 3. Next page, again, totally interactive. I can click on any one of the properties. Oh, that's right. We're at this property. Okay, I'm going to click on it and check it out. So here's a side-by-side comparison. Pretty cool, because the 3 picture, the 3 addresses and pictures of the house stay static, and I can scroll down. Like, oh, lot size. Okay, so Center Ridge Road has a bigger lot than Warwick Lane. Oh, the prices. Okay, so it's good to compare prices. So it's pretty cool that, you know, that they can just scroll down through here and compare them side by side and not have to scroll back up and go, which property was that? So just again, just a little bonus. And then status comparison. So I'm not going to kind of go through all this, but, you know, pricing, days on market, you know, all this info is so important to them, but I'm getting it to them in a much more attractive, you know, sort of a value prop way. I'm going to stand out because I'm going to send them, you know, this instead of three, you know, just you know, 3 MLS sheets. You know, last page, not to discount, you know, hey, this is who sent it. I'm your agent. You know, if they were on their phone, they can click you know, click the phone and call you. They can, you know, email you directly. So again, just I mean, I can't stress, you know, us needing to stand out in our world today. And this is just an awesome way to do it. Any questions on Moxie Present? Has anyone used it? Sort of, again, you know, from anything from, you know, buyer or seller tool to that buyer tour. Yeah, Jim, CMAs. So I did a short video, and you guys should have gotten it. I can email it out again. So Jim said, great CMAs. So, you know, you can literally do what we call an unsolicited CMA. So, you know, and I just love the idea of, you know, doing something very similar to what we just did. But we call it unsolicited because, you know, just do a CMA for someone and send it to them. You know, like, of course, folks that say, hey, I might want to list, can you help me out, whatever. You know, but the idea of it being unsolicited, it's so simple to come in here because we're directly connected to the MLS, you know, pull up an address, everything around it, you know, what's available, what's sold, what's expired, and pull something together in minimal clicks, create a CMA for someone. So, and you'll see that Jim has some in here, you know, for some of his clients. Oh, nice, Tracy. Tracy's used it for seller presentations. So, yeah, you know, again, and anytime we can do something in minimal clicks, you know, that's huge. Because what we have to realize is every agent can do a CMA in the MLS. Of course, you know, but and some agents don't have any option. That's all they have. So just think about doing a CMA in Moxie Present and have it interactive. You know, you can add pages. There's so much we can do. And then they get 2, you know, they interview 3 agents and they get 2 agents that have an MLS CMA, and then you show up with a Moxie CMA, you know, they're going to notice it. So just can't stress that enough. You know, to just kind of play around with the platform, you know, create something, send it to yourself, get familiar with it, and then be able to, you know, take it to a client, and just completely stand out, blow them away. Love you guys are using it. Okay, so any questions, please, you know, let me know. So we've done 3 sections so far, Impress, My Website, and Present. And now let's just go into Engage. So this is kind of, you know, the biggest piece in the idea behind Engage is that it's a CRM. So a customer relationship manager. We all need a CRM. So what it's designed to do is house everyone you know, friends, family, neighbors, past coworkers, you know, just friends of parents of friends, everyone we know needs to be in our CRM so that we can consistently talk to them however we want. So let me go to agent mode here. So just know that if I put my best friend, my close family member, and my neighbor in here, nothing is going to be sent to them unless you want it to. So, but the idea is we cannot be secret agents. So, so another NAR stat is above 90% of clients say they will use the same agent again. So I sell Tracy a house, did a great job. Tracy says, of course I would use Wayne again. Well, less than 15% actually use the same agent again. And it's not because they don't want to. It's that Tracy forgot about Wayne because Wayne didn't reach out to Tracy and say, hey, I'm still here. Hope everything's well. So we have to consistently talk to people, and we got to figure out how to do that. You know how you want to talk to your best friend, how you want to talk to your family member or past clients. But if we do not do it consistently, we will not get repeat business. So it's just absolutely crucial. So having everyone in one spot allows us to choose how we want to talk to them. And that's that's sort of the big piece. So I'm going to just kind of show you guys. So if I go to people in my people, and we're going to talk about adding people. So I don't know why that is not going to my people, but let me click on add people. So this is you adding one person at a time. So we're not going to, we do have the ability to bulk import. So if you have a spreadsheet with 100 names on it, we do not have to add them one by one, but just kind of want to show you the idea of adding a person. So another thing is our CRM, our database is never complete because we might meet someone today. So we want to add them. So you will want to add sort of those one-off folks. So add someone, of course, as much info as we can here. Of course, we want to put their phone in here. We want to add their email. If we know where they live, I'm not going to put in instant messaging, but two pieces that, obviously you'll see a lot of things that we can sort of add here, but two pieces that I really want to make sure we add is a relationship. How do I know this person? Because, I'm going to remember my best friend, I'm going to remember my neighbor, but I might not remember, 3 years from now, Tracy. Like, where did I meet Tracy? What house did Tracy buy? Like, what did I do? But I still want to touch base with Tracy. So how do I know Tracy? So obviously, if there's a one of the first 5, but also there's a custom. So I can just, I can do whatever I want, church. Oops, spell it right. So I know Tracy from church or from soccer or, whatever. So, just know that, that's a important piece is how do I know this person? And the second piece is add date. Do you know their birthday, their anniversary? This one, I absolutely love their house anniversary. So Tracy bought a house from me, April 20th, 2015. I can actually set up that this thing will remind me every April 20th to text, call, send a note, whatever I want to do to Tracy. Hey, can you believe it's been 5 years since you bought your house? Can you believe it's been 6 years since you bought? Every year? Totally will amaze them. Help you remember them. I didn't annoy her with some weird email. I just, remembered her. So, so that's an option, of course, a birthday, that's a great way for you to send a message to, a friend instead of an email that says, hey, it's time to clean out your gutters or something. Those get annoying, but personalized messages people love. So again, that's the option of adding the one-off person. Just add as much info as you can. And then again, we can do the, go back to, we can do the bulk upload as well. Why this is not, oh, here we go. So I just went to people, my people, and when I hit add people in this section, I have the ability to do a single contact or import contacts. So again, if you have a database, a CSV file in Excel, you know, we can add 100 people, 500 people all at once and not add them one by one. So the next section that I want to click on is I'm going to just go to, I'm going to use Jim, because then if I, so now I've added some folks. What do I want, you know, what am I going to do now is I'm actually going to go, as much as painful as this might sound, you will be much, much better off when you do this, is I'm actually going to go one by one. So I've added 100 people. I'm going to click on every single one of them individually, and I'm just going to check out their profile. And what can I do to touch base with Jim? That's kind of my thought process. Who is Jim? What can I do to touch base with him? So the first thing I want to show you, well, this is his profile. There's a notes section. You will always have access to this. So you can quick pull up your phone, log into Mox, you know, go to MoxiWorks, pull up Jim, and just think about, you know, who's Jim's spouse or partner? Who are Jim's kids? Does Jim have a dog? Is Jim looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Rocky River up to this price? You know, just think about any notes that you can add that you can have easy access to, so that, hey, I'm meeting Jim at 123 Main Street. You know, quick pull up his Moxie account. Oh, okay. So yeah, his kids are John and Sue. You know, John and Sue get out of the car and you're like, hi, Johnny, hi, Sue. You know, again, anything you can do to sort of to help, you know, you stand out in his world. In, you know, sometimes I can't remember kids' names, especially if I haven't seen them, you know, but, you know, kind of using it like that. Next section, activity. So anything that's been happening with Jim. So if you've sent an email, it'll tell you if Jim opened it up. You know, if Jim ignored it, you know, if Jim asked you a question, any activity going back and forth. Next, faves and saves. So what you can do is create a custom search. So, you know, Jim's looking for 3-bed, 2-bath in Rocky River. You can set that search up. If Jim looks at the search and loves 123 Main Street, you're going to know it, because he will, you know, he'll favorite it or maybe save it. So it's a great way to have an interactive search going on, where if Jim just likes something, you know that he liked it. Oh, hey, Jim, I you know, what'd you think of 123 Main Street? Oh man, I'd love to see it. You know, just knowing that he went through the search that you set up and liked a certain property. And then you, of course, it's a great way for you to, a great reason for you to reach out to him. So that's the, you know, sort of those 4 sections. I'm going to skip subscriptions, but I'm going to show it to you in a second. The next big thing is add to groups. So you can see that, you know, Jim has a bunch of groups set up here. You know, so if I wanted to add Jim to, you know, the orange category, or, you know, the green category, or, I mean, just think, you know, first of all, one person can be in multiple groups. So Jim can be in my church group, in my past client group, in maybe my investor group. He can be in all 3. With, you know, the idea with this is, if I go through my 100 people that I added one by one and put them in groups, once I do that, tomorrow I can wake up and see the perfect investment property get listed. It's an awesome property. I need to get this to my investors right away. If I don't have it, all my folks in one spot, and go through and mark them as investors, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and go, oh, I should send this to, okay, so I'll send it to Jim. And then, you know, you're just putting pressure on yourself, like, who should I send this to? Well, if I've gone through and grouped them up, I can wake up tomorrow morning and go, oh, well, I know who all my investors are, and quick send a property to them. Or I can wake up tomorrow morning and go, I'm going to say hi to all my past clients. Hey, hope everything's well. I can send one email to all my past clients because I've grouped them together. So just kind of think about it like that. When we're kind of going through one by one, but we can create any group we want, and we can add anyone, to that group, and we can add multiple groups to one person. And it's all designed to, I need to touch base with this group, and I want to touch base with them right now. And you can do it in a second instead of, fumbling through it, or of course, typically missing someone. Oh, I forgot to send that investment property to Jim. We don't want that to happen. So the last piece I'm going to show you is the subscriptions, and then I'll go into campaigns. But, as far as right under Jim, I'm still in Jim's profile. I'm going to hit add next to subscriptions, and there's 2 of them. So listing announcements, I can just anytime I get a listing, or, just listed, just sold, it will send that out. So if I click this right here, it's done. Add subscription. Anytime I have something happening, Jim's going to get an email from it. I love it, but I'm actually going to focus on neighborhood news. So neighborhood news sends a monthly newsletter to this client, and it can be, and I'll show you, it can be in a, anything in a zip code. It can be a custom search, but what it's going to actually do is sort of start. It's very valuable. It's sending them info on their home. Here's what's happening around your home in the market. There's an interest rate section in there. There's, it goes to public record, and we'll pull their mortgage in and talk about, hey, if you're refinanced right now, could you save money, or do you need a home equity loan, or, so it's all valuable info about their home. So when I talk about touching base with certain folks, if you send me an email with a recipe in it, personally, I'm not going to be annoyed, but so many people unsubscribe to that, or delete it, or don't even think about it. When you send them an email about their home, even if they just bought it, no one, and I say no one, of course that might be a stretch, but no one gets upset when I give them info about what their home might be worth. Like, hey, did you know your neighbor's house just listed for this price? Do you know that your house might be worth that? There's no one that's going to be grumpy with that. So if I click on neighborhood news, add subscription, again, could do a quick zip code. So sometimes zip codes work. But also there's a custom targeted search. So I'm going to just kind of quick show you guys. It's going to pull up the same map that we saw when we were in present. This is this geo-located me to where I am. So I'm at the Rocky River office right now. So it located me here. I'm going to zoom out just to kind of show you guys. So I could do a zip code, or I can do draw, quick draw. And you know what? My buddy lives in this neighborhood, and it's pretty exclusive neighborhood. So I really just want him to know if anything happens in that circle. If anything happens in that circle, he'll get notified for it in a neighborhood news monthly newsletter. So obviously that's being very exclusive, but oddly enough, there were 2 properties that sold. But so if a house gets listed right here, he's going to get an email about it. If nothing happens, it's just going to be hey, not much is happening in the neighborhood this month, but it's still a very, very detailed newsletter that's sent to them. So just wanted to show you guys neighborhood news. Last thing about neighborhood news, it continues to be the most opened email. So one of our top agents in Cincinnati sends out about 100 of them a month, and his open rate is almost 80%. 80%, 80 out of the 100 open up his email every month. And again, valuable data. Of course, they see you, your contact info, your picture. So absolutely valuable. And again, for me, this is the perfect contact piece to send to your friends, your family, your neighbors, the folks that you would be uncomfortable, you don't want to, you don't want to bother them. Like, oh, they know I'm an agent, I don't want to bother them. Well, this is the perfect tool to send them, where they won't get upset, and, but yet will remember that you're a real estate agent. Just don't take anyone for granted, and just realize that they need some sort of contact from you. So the last piece I'm going to show you in Engage, of course, are the campaigns. So, we have to be very careful about how we touch base with folks. We don't want to bother them. We don't want to annoy them, but we need to. So again, we have the ability to create a custom campaign. Like, I want to send out one email every 6 months to these people. You can do that. You can send that you can send this person something every week. So again, who your people are, how you want to contact them. We just got to do it. So I'm just going to quick show you guys some of the options. So I just clicked in the upper right, add to your personal library. So there is a huge library here of campaigns that are designed that you can look at, preview, and if I click add to campaigns, all that does is sort of brings it into my world. These are just out there for us to check out and grab, and you decide which ones, work for you. But I did, well, so I'm going to just kind of show you this one just as an example. So again, what do I send people without annoying them? Well, think about this: holiday greetings. So this is actually the pets edition. It's kind of cute, of course. When I hit preview, so this will send, and it's started. So if you were to add this today, it would start from, well, the next one would be Earth Day. So, which is this week. But this, this is what it looks like. This is the email again, sent from you. But it just sends a holiday email to them. So, happy Halloween for, first day of fall. So it's really just kind of a neat way to send them something. Hey, by the way, I'm still a real estate agent. I'm still here. Just reminding you I'm here. But might be an option for, I'm not going to get grumpy if you send me an email that says, happy Halloween, or, have a nice Thanksgiving. I'm just not going to get grumpy. So again, just an option to send one out that's maybe not generic, to some folks. And you can do neighborhood news and a campaign. They'll get sent out separately, but totally up to you to kind of decide what works for your folks. So we're at the top of the hour. Anybody have any questions? I kind of went through all 4 pieces, but wanted to at least get you, familiar enough with each of them. I've done classes on each one of the sections more in depth. So, happy to make sure you get those if you're interested. But definitely just encourage you to log in. Check out each section. The my website piece is kind of crucial for us to make sure we have up and running, because we're about to switch from our previous platform. So that's a big one to make sure you do. So anybody have any questions? All right. Well, I will I'll let you guys go for now. Thank you for joining. And I will post this later. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm available to help with anything. So absolutely. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day.